Good morning, boys and girls. So today we're going to be looking at a new lesson. We're almost done with volume 1 in our math book. So we're on lesson 7 today, and it's called Count Back by 10's. It's on page 485 in your My Math book, volume 1, page 485. Today we're going to be using a number line. So this is a number line, right? It's a line with numbers. Our number line today goes up to 100, but if you notice, it's counting up by 10's. So instead of going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's making jumps of 10. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we're jumping up by 10. What this really means is that in between, there's really 10 little lines. So there's 10 little numbers in between the 0 and the 10. There's 10 little numbers between the 10 and the 20. But it's just much faster to count by 10. So that's why we're using a number line to 10. Our first problem says 70 minus 30. Now I want you to notice that we're subtracting. So because we're subtracting, we're going to move backwards in our number line, not forward. We're moving back. If we move forward, we're adding. We have to move backwards. So we start at 70. So Samuel here was hopping, and he started at 70, and he has to hop back 30 spaces. So we're going to count backwards 30, but we're going to do it by jumps of 10. So we're going to start at 70, and we're going to say 10, 20, 30. And he landed on the number 40, so we know that 70 minus 30 equals 40. And that's our answer, 40. Okay, so let's move on to the next page to do some more problems. We're going to turn to page 486. Now I'm doing mine on this cover with marker so that I can use this paper again later, but you should be doing this with pencil. Remember, we do math with pencil. So here in our example, we have 50 minus 40. So here we have this girl. So she starts at 50 and we're subtracting, so we're counting backwards. So she's going to jump back 40 spots, but we're doing it in jumps of 10. So she goes 10, 20, 30, 40, and she lands on the number 10. So we know that 50 minus 40 equals 10. Okay, now we've learned about other strategies for subtraction with double digits. We know that if I do 50 minus 40, I can find the answer like this also, but that's not the point. Today, the strategy that we're working on is using the number line. So I need you to use your number line. Even if you're like, Ms. Cortez, that's easy peasy. I know how to solve that without using a number line. We have to practice using the number line because later on, there might be numbers that you can't do on your head, and you're going to need to know how to use the number line to solve them. Okay? Number 1 says 80 minus 30. So we're going to find the number 80 on our number line, and we're going to jump back 30 spots. Minus 30 means we're going to jump backwards. So we go 10, 20, 30, and I landed on the 50. So that means that 80 minus 30 equals 50. I made 3 jumps, so 3 groups of 10 makes 30. 1, 2, 3. 10, 20, 30. Now we have 50 minus 20. I start at 50, and I make a jump, and I subtract 20. So I'm going to jump backwards 20. 10, 20. So my answer is 30. Look, it's 2 10s, but I'm really jumping back 20 spots. 10, 20. Okay, let's go on to the next page. Page 487. 487. So for numbers 3, go ahead and circle these because you're going to work on these on your own. 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to do these on your own using this number line. So there are some ways, because you only have one number line. You can do it with pencil very lightly and then erase every time you start a new problem. Or you could just keep the lines there and make a bunch of different lines. If you have crayons, you can pick different colors for each number so that each one of your lines is a different color. It's up to you, but yes, you only have one number line to use. We're gonna do numbers 7, 8, and 9 together. In your book, right before this lesson, so if you go backwards, you'll find a paper that looks like this, and it has a number line that you can use also. Okay? It has a paper that looks like this. Although it has a problem here, you don't need to solve it, but you can use this number line. So I'm actually going to use this number line for 7, 8, and 9. Number 7 says 90 minus 40. So I'm going to fold this so I have my number line. Here I have my number line. 90 minus 40. So I'm going to start at 90. I'm looking at number 7. 90 minus 40. So I'm going to jump back 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. So my answer is 50. So I know that 90 minus 40 equals 50. Okay, number 8 says 50 minus 20. So I'm going to start at 50 and I'm going to jump back 20. So I'm going to count back by tens, 20. So 10, 20. So my answer is 30. 50 minus 20 is 30. And then over here, I have 70 minus 50. 70, and I'm going to go back 50 spaces, but I'm going to count by tens. 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. My answer is 20. So 70 minus 50 equals 20. Okay, you are responsible for doing 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 on your own. So you're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, we're going to turn the page to our word problems now. Okay. Number 16 says, a toy store has 40 teddy bears. The store sells 30 of them. How many teddy bears does the store have left? So I'm going to start by underlining what I know. A store has 40 teddy bears. And the store sells 30 of them. I want to know How many teddy bears does the store have left? Now, I need to make sure that this is either going to be addition or subtraction, and I need to look for clues and directions on my page. By reading the word problem, there are some words that can give me a clue. Have left usually means subtraction. I'm going to subtract 2 numbers. And also the word sells tells me that they're selling. If I sell something, I'm giving it away. I'm not keeping it. I'm not bringing in more. I'm giving. I'm taking away. And also in our directions, it says use the number line to help you subtract. So if I read the directions, I know that I'm going to subtract. So I have the number 40 and the number 30. Really what that is saying is 40, they had 40 teddy bears, and then they sold 30. And I know I'm gonna subtract. I can solve this without using a number line. I don't need to use a number line, but I want to practice using my number line. So I'm gonna start at 40 and I'm gonna take away 30. That means I'm gonna jump backwards 30. 10, 20, 30. So my answer is 10. They have 10 teddy bears left. Okay, now let's look at number 17. 17 says, Sadie was given a set of 70 blocks. She lost 40 of the blocks. How many blocks does Sadie have left? So Sadie was given a set of 70 blocks. She lost 40 of the blocks. How many blocks does Sadie have left? So she was given, that means they gave her. She has 70 blocks, but she lost 40 of the blocks. Let's circle what we need to find. How many blocks does Sadie have left? So first I'm going to look for clues. Do I need to add or do I need to subtract? So Sadie had 7 blocks, but she lost 40. Lost tells me that we need to take away. And also we have those words here again. Have left. And remember, have left usually tells me that this is going to be subtraction. So really what this would look like is Sadie had 70 blocks, but she lost 40. And we know we're going to subtract. I'm not going to solve it like this though. I'm going to use that number line. So maybe I use a different color. So 70. And you tell me how many jumps does she need to make back. So you have to finish this one. I'm not going to give you the answer. Okay. Then finally, our right math says, how can you use a number line to find 30 minus 30? What is the difference? Difference means what's the answer when we subtract. Difference means what is the answer when we subtract. So, how can you use a number line to find 30 minus 30? So we use a number line by first finding 30. First, find 30. Period. Then jump back. How many spaces do we need to jump back if it's 30 minus 30? First we find 30 and then we jump back 30 spaces. The answer is, and I want you to tell me, what would be the answer of 30 minus 30 on a number line? Okay. So when you're all done, take a picture of your work and send it to me through Dojo.